So hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through handling Git merge conflicts and share 3 essential Git practices to follow in your projects. So let's start off. So currently I'm in the conflict main branch. Let's consider this for this demo as the main branch. So this will be the main branch. So the developer 1 comes in, we'll call him developer 1. He comes in, he creates a new branch out of this. He's going to we'll give the name as conflict developer 1. So I've created a new branch. In this scenario, the developer 1 is going to come over here. He's going to say create a new variable. For the demo, I'll say conflict variable. And I'll give it as name as developer 1. Developer 1. So this is the changes done by the developer 1. So I'm going to open the terminal and I'm going to commit this one. I'm going to save it first. So it has appeared over here. One thing to notice here, I'm not committing the environment files, I'm just committing the changes done by me. It's not good practice to commit and push the environment changes or the package.json whatever. So let's go ahead, let's commit this one. So I'll name it developer 1 conflict. I'm going to save it. I'm going to commit it. I'm going to push it. So the developer 1 has taken a branch from the main branch. He has made a change. He has made his changes. The same variable has been a variable has been assigned developer 1. So let's go back to our main branch. Now a developer 2 comes, developer 2 pulls from the main branch. He name his branches conflict developer 2. So yeah, we are in that branch. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Write the same variable and assign it
As developer 2. I'm gonna save it, I'm gonna commit it, and I'm gonna push it. So now I'm in the repository. Now I can see that the 3 changes we had done, 3 new branches we had created is appearing over here. I'm going to go ahead with the conflict developer 1 branch. I'm going to compare and create a pull request. I'm going to create this place as conflict main branch, which was the one we gave, which was the one name we gave it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a pull request. So I will merge the developer 1 branch to the main branch. Now we'll come to the developer 2's branch. The developer 2 will pull from the main branch. As you can see, this is how a merge conflict works. A variable cannot have two values at the same time. A variable can have a single defined value. So the Git is going to check that one, and it is going to show up a view like this. To resolve this one, we click on this resolve and merge editor. And we can choose which value to accept. We have choices like accept the main branch only, accept the current branch only, and also we can accept a combination. But accepting a combination doesn't make sense because the same variable cannot have two variables. I'll go ahead with the current. I'm going to accept one. Usually it's sorted out by speaking to each other. And this is how the merge conflict, this is one of the way the merge conflicts can be handled. There are a lot of ways. I went through this example because VS Code is a very popular tool. So this is how we handle merge conflicts. In big say projects, this entire process becomes a huge thing to do. So yeah. Let's go to the next topic. I'm gonna share some Git best practices. So whenever we are working in Git, we have to follow these best practices so that there will not be any more problems. So always we should never push the environment files. This is a very bad practice because some developers will be connected to different ports, and this might go into the actual say production environment. It's always better to not push environment files. The same thing goes to node files, node modules. We should never push this one. This should always be in git ignore. The same goes with the dist. In this case, it's the build files. The build files should never be committed, and the dot angular and all. It should always be involved inside git ignore. Also, mainly the env files. Env files should never be committed. Even if you are going to commit, say, a key from the code, that key should be put into that env file, and just the referer should be kept in the code base. And also, it's always good to write clear commit messages. As the project grows on, you might forget what you had done actually, why you made some changes. It's always good practice that you write very clear commit messages. You should always write commit messages. So I will share this article with you guys. This is mainly, it goes on to how to write a good git message, and also we should always regularly pull, and we should, instead of directly merging, we should always pull, make sure that the conflicts are resolved in our own branch, and then create a PR and then push it to the main branch. This way it's a lot easier to handle say new merge conflicts and all. The main branch, other developers won't get affected by this. Another very problem is sometimes when we're working on projects like Flutter, different developers tend to have different SDK versions. That's not the only case. Intra-system itself, there can be cases where different projects need different SDKs. Smaller projects is very easy to change the SDKs. But when it grows, when new modules come in, new libraries come in, it becomes a headache. To handle this, there's a simple CLI to manage this Flutter SDK issues. So SDK conflicts, we can configure for every folder. We can configure a unique SDK using this package. This package is called as Flutter version management. So it is pretty popular, and can define unique SDKs for every new folder. For each folder there will be a unique SDK. It's very easy to use. First we have to activate Flutter version management, and inside the folder we have to go and use Flutter management and whatever version you want. Thank you guys, that would be my presentation.